Next up is the Ayrshire and Arran Regional Director of Visit Scotland to tell us more about the opportunities available during the Year of Food and Drink. Will you please welcome to the stage Annique Armstrong.
Gosh, you do feel as if you're in the spotlight up here. Good afternoon, everybody, and I'm really pleased to be here to support the event. I actually would like to talk not only about the Year of Food and Drink, but actually looking beyond, which has been a major theme throughout the day. So, the disadvantage, I have to say, of being this late in the day is that some people have already stolen your thunder, so if, I apologise if I repeat some of the good points that people have made earlier in the day. But I did just want to recap a little bit, if this would work with me. Is that me? It's not working. Oh, good. Okay. I just wanted to recap a little bit on 2014 and what a successful year that was for Scotland. It really was tremendous. We had all those fabulous major events that really put the spotlight on Scotland. And we had the Year of Homecoming. And as Nat said earlier, Ayrshire played its part. We had lots and lots of events right across Scotland, brim full of people, and really the Scots giving everybody a really warm welcome to people right across the globe. And the Year of Homecoming has already delivered an important events legacy for Scotland. And 2015 will be no different. As the theme of the conference is highlighted, we need to keep looking forward. And for Visit Scotland, that means using 2014's success as a launchpad to deliver for 2015 and beyond. So 2015 holds its own unique opportunities. The Year of Food and Drink Scotland is a government initiative led by Visit Scotland in partnership with Scotland Food and Drink. And it really is our chance to spotlight, celebrate and promote Scotland's natural larder and the quality of our produce to both our own people and to our visitors. It's really worth embracing the theme year. You can see Scotland is generating more than £2 million per day through food and drink tourism. And there is a real ambition to grow that. 49% of visitors through research are saying that they want to try local food, a point that was mentioned earlier. And visitors are prepared to pay a little bit more for that food with a Scottish or regional origin. Food and drink messaging is being obviously carried right throughout all our activity, as well as our local activity. And we do know that these themed years, these years of focus, do benefit Scotland. If some of you remember that the 2013 was the Year of Natural Scotland, and that did see a 13% increase in visitors to the countryside. Food and drink is a particularly consumer-friendly topic and really taps into what we've been hearing all day today about digital content and social media. I'm sure that those of you running restaurants will have seen customers taking out their camera phones, taking a picture of that lovely plate of food that they've got, and then likely posting it on to friends, families and followers. I'm hoping this one. And bear in mind, when consumers take a photo of this beautiful plate of food and share it online, it often includes location tagging, as you'll see up there, exactly where they were served that food. So when their friends then feel that inevitable envy, they know exactly where to go and get that meal themselves. The power of consumer promotion, it's a little bit alarming. The power of consumer promotion in the food and drink industry is so strong that top chef Mark Greenaway now runs Tweet What You Eat workshops. And some London restaurants are even running schemes where customers who tweet or Instagram location tagged images of their food pay a discounted price. Is that working? Yeah. We often talk about Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc. as social media. But if we consider that these sites are originally social networks of people, it highlights the consumer power to spread the message about the food and drink you offer. Take Robin McKelvey here, his tweet from last summer. There he was, an image of him eating an Arran picnic, highlighting some of that lovely produce available on the island. It just so happens that he's a well-known travel writer, author, broadcaster and blogger, active in over 100 countries, and someone that we have quite a long-standing relationship with. So when he tweets, it could be seen by another almost 7,000 people. And now consider that this tweet has then received 11 retweets, 19 favourites. So now you have to multiply the views of this image by the followers of all those retweeters. And really, that's because consumers are passionate about food and drink, and we hope you are too. Food and drink really is a great theme year for Ayrshire and Arran to shine. We have some really high quality food and drink producers located in the region, from real ales and whisky to dairy to meat, cheese, ice cream, etc. And because food experiences such as sample tours, master classes, all of these become increasingly popular, there are really imaginative ways of drawing visitors into an entire food and drink experience. And all that complemented by the great high quality and award-winning restaurants that we have. So I'd just like you to step back and encourage you to really think about how your own business can make use and promote local produce to visitors and potential visitors. There are resources out there to help you to do this, including a toolkit that we've got on our industry website, VisitScotland.org. There's promotional wording on there. There are logos, images that you can use, banner adverts for your own marketing. So feel free to go on and use those tools. We've also incorporated the themed year into our quality assurance schemes. So Taste Our Best is designed, again, to stimulate the use and promote the local produce. For those of you coming along to the workshop later this afternoon, you'll find a bit more about the logistics of that scheme. But there are other ways you can promote Scotland's food and drink to your visitors, linking through to our dedicated food and drink pages from your own websites, but highlighting local and Scottish produce on your menus and your own websites. Moving on, I don't have to tell you that we're all passionate about Ayrshire and Arran and what it has to offer, so I don't need to tell you that there are lots of other reasons why people want to visit Ayrshire and Arran above the food and drink. So I've just shown you, these are just a few images of how we promote and showcase Ayrshire and Arran on a national and global stage. We are using multi-channels, direct mail press, all the traditional type of activity, but more and more sort of digital promotion and radio promotion as well we do. But you can see there the likes of Mumsnet. We've done quite a lot of Facebook activity recently as well. But also we're still promoting golf, business tourism, PR, supporting events, etc. And somebody mentioned earlier today the Indian market and the Chinese market, but we are also taking Ayrshire and Arran to those international markets through our international marketing teams, who are very, very focused on what those international markets are interested in. So in the last few months we have had the Bollywood map, in which Ayrshire and Arran's been highlighted, and that's obviously targeting the Indian market. There was a Chinese renaming campaign, which some of you might have seen, and got quite a lot of press coverage, and Killeen Castle was on that. Promotional Burns themed trip to Ireland, and regularly hosting press, blogger and business familiarisation trips. But also we are working at an international level very much on things like route development, which was mentioned earlier. More and more we're now managing to attract visitors via Dubai, for example, through Emirates, so that they're using hubs in the Middle East rather than actually necessarily coming through London, which is now becoming quite congested. So a lot of work going on in terms of route development. So quickly, if I just focus a little bit beyond 2015, we really do want to look beyond those years, and Nat also mentioned we do have some major investments going on in our area. We've got all the millions of pounds going into the Trump Turnberry Resort. We've got the Prestwick Airport spaceport bid. We've got RET, which is making travel to the islands much more cost efficient. So the challenge now really is for us all to capitalise on those investments and really make the most of what's happening out there. There are major events that Nat also mentioned. Golf, Ayrshire's going to be in the spotlight very much so for the next 2 years, with the two ladies' championships, and then the Open coming back to Troon in 2016, and the Scottish Air Show. in its inaugural year, approximately 50,000 visitors. So can it be bigger and better this year? And are we all taking advantage of all those major events and all the influx of visitors coming to this area? And you can see up there, I've also highlighted there are another number of focus years. So 2016, Year of Innovation, Architecture and Design, and beyond, History, Heritage, Archaeology, Year of Young People. So we really need to start thinking about what have we got to offer? How can our businesses take advantage of all the additional promotion that will go on as part of those themed years? And just a couple of final slides. We've spoken an awful lot about digital and social media, etc. today, but still I thought it was important just to reiterate, again, all of those visitors, not only online researching before they come, but significantly increasing numbers of people using online information while they're travelling. So your online presence is really, really important. And we are happy to help you review this. Engage with us, use our resources, come and talk to us. Every local tourism business should really have a listing on VisitScotland.com. We've got 40 million users. And be listing your events on there too, because they regularly get picked up as well in all our material. It's a free opportunity, and it really is an opportunity to reach all those visitors per year who are already interested in visiting Scotland and the region. And finally, I know you've had so much to take in today, but just a few thoughts about particularly Year of Food and Drink, and just 5 things maybe that you could think about just doing after you finish today. And that is, sign up to a free listing on the website, or look at your current listing through a visitor's eyes. Is it really as good as it could be? Has it really got up-to-date and compelling imagery? Sign up to the monthly e-updates letter that we send out and get the updates about what the initiatives are out there. Get a head start on information about the next year of focus and what activity might be happening. Make sure that you're involved in this year's food and drink year. Find out what those local suppliers are around about you. Can you be using them and talking about them? Let your customers know that you're using that local produce, whether that's through your website or Taste Our Best scheme or whatever your marketing channels. And finally, download the Year of Food and Drink Toolkit and just make sure that you're capitalising on all those opportunities. Thanks.
Annique, thank you very much. Just very quickly, before I introduce our next speaker, Annique picked up on there on the value of one influential person on Twitter tweeting your message, and then to that audience, to their audience, and then some of their audience retweeting that message to a wider and wider and wider audience. Just to put that into a little bit of practical context for you for today, because so many of you are influential and have been gladly tweeting us, and thank you for doing so, please continue it throughout the rest of the day. Our social reach, based on the 2 hashtags we have today, is now over 300,000. What that means, in case you don't understand, is 300,000 other people beyond this room have experienced Ayrshire and Arran today in some shape or form. Maybe just a little bit, maybe a lot. But well done in helping market us better. Okay, moving along. To tell us more about the Buy Ayrshire initiative, please welcome somebody that many of you know well, Val Russell, Chief Executive of the Ayrshire Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Thanks, Gary. I feel a bit like a dinosaur this afternoon. I've got no quirky YouTube clips to show you. I've not even got PowerPoint. I've come along with a couple of leaflets that I'm going to talk to, and a window sticker. However, I do firmly believe in doing things differently. Gary started off the morning by saying today was about doing things slightly differently. I would like to say it's about doing things very differently. Winston Churchill, if I can quote such an esteemed person, said, if you want to improve, you need to change. If you want to be perfect, you need to change often. And I think that's very much, we have an opportunity now, and I think we have to grasp it very, very tightly. Annique apologise for repeating some of the earlier presenters. I'm not going to apologise. I'm hoping I'm going to be a bit of a weaver, and there's a common thread that goes through us all. We're all doing things well in Ayrshire, and all of us in the room are passionate about what we do and about the region that we live, work and play in. But we need to tell all those people outside Ayrshire about it, and I hope today through all the presenters we've all learned different ways of doing that, and there is that power of somebody else tweeting on your behalf. We're very fortunate to have Donald Trump speaking at our dinner at the end of the month, and we of course have been taking huge advantage of that. And when that man's Twitter account retweets you, my goodness, your numbers shoot right up. So please take that advice from Gary. We started something called Buy Ayrshire as a little experiment within the Chamber, just to see, does Facebook, etc., work? Some of you in the room will be familiar with Taste Ayrshire, which sounds slightly similar, but Buy Ayrshire was going beyond that to try and encourage everyone in Ayrshire to buy from other businesses in Ayrshire. That's not always easy. We tried to stick by that rule ourselves. Fortunately, I'm guided as an organisation. We have strict procurement policies. We firstly buy from Ayrshire Chamber members, and secondly from Ayrshire-based businesses, whether they're Chamber members or not. That can be a challenge. We recently moved office, relocated within Prestwick Airport, which was before the announcements of the spaceport. So how forward thinking was I to sign up for another 5 years plus 5 at Prestwick Airport? It's going to be an exciting place to be based. We got some free leaflets printed from a Facebook competition. There was a local printer said, you know, enter my competition and win 250 leaflets, which is what we did, really just to kick-start it. So there was no money in it. It doesn't cost you anything to start up a Facebook page. But part of our relocation, we decided really to stick to our guns, and were challenged to use 12 different companies involved in that relocation. Everything from the builders to the painters to the sign writers. And sometimes it's easier just to go to one person and say, you project management, I don't really care where you procure it from. But Buy Ayrshire is about encouraging all businesses in Ayrshire to buy from each other, whether that's local produce and food, and we've been hearing a lot, and we'll hear more about the produce from some of our other speakers. We have fabulous printers, web designers, people like Gary that can help you with your Google, etc. And let's keep the business in Ayrshire as much as we can. So Buy Ayrshire is all about that. We can give you a Buy Ayrshire sticker to put on your window, but please, I encourage you to go on, use it. We're doing this for you. We're not doing it for the Chamber. You send us your photographs, and to start it all off, I think my staff thought I did nothing but go out and eat, because I took pictures of food absolutely everywhere, because it was a good starter for 10. But we have retailers put on special offers. Use us as that person that's going to help market your business. So that's really all I'm going to say. It really is, it does what it says on the tin, but the more people that are participating in it, the more hopefully we will bring business to Ayrshire. I am delighted that Ros asked me to make the official launch of the list Ayrshire Larder. And whilst we have been talking about digital marketing, media, etc., some people still like to have a wee leaflet that they can flick through over their coffee and take to bed with them, etc., etc. And at long last, Ayrshire has its own version of this. The Chamber recently ran, in conjunction with Taste Ayrshire, a Meet the Producer event. And some of the feedback from that was, would you believe that some of the hotel and restaurant operators in Ayrshire said they didn't know where to find local producers? So part of me was saying, for God's sake, if you've not heard of Google, just punch it in. Where can you buy cheese? Where can you buy, you know, whatever it is you're looking for your retail outlet, hotel, restaurant, B&B. So we are delighted to say now, if you're looking for a local producer, you should be able to find them in this. 10,000 have been printed, but more importantly, it will be updated on a constant basis online. So this is going to be distributed to potential visitors to Ayrshire. Visitors have already come to Ayrshire to encourage them to go looking for other restaurants and places to eat, drink, etc, etc. So thank you for allowing me to do that. Again, it's an example of how the public and private sector are working closely together. And to some people in the room, that in itself is a game changer, but I think we have a long way to go. So thank you for your time just now. And I think everyone should be able to pick one of these up as we leave today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Val. Great to hear Val talk old tech. You know, joking aside, while I am of course an advocate and a champion for all things digital, I'm also the first to say that digital doesn't sit in a silo on its own. It's very much part of your marketing mix. And you know, while I joke and we diss flyers and printed material and post-it notes, absolutely, if it works for you, you do it and you take advantage of these things. And again, great to hear you talk about the leaflet being complementary to an always updated website. That's what will work remarkably well for you. I hate dissing things, but you brought up leaflets. I had a few leaflets back here that I was going to, you know, maybe show as part of my presentation. I talked about accommodation guides earlier and how you need to be on certain guides and things. And being from Largs, I went to the local information office and asked them for, you know, give me the big guide of all the accommodation providers in the area. Because I remember back in the day, my mother did B&B, and I'm sure our house was in a huge big document with hundreds in it. That's what they gave me. Okay, now I'm not mocking it. Well, I kind of am. It's like 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, there's no colour in this one, and it is on one sheet. But my risk, my kind of main risk, you know, mocking aside, is they didn't have an up-to-date one. You know, this is from 2014. My main concern about this is that half of the businesses in here don't list a web address. Half of them don't list an email. And when they do list an email, and again, this is a takeaway for all of you, where is it? I won't read out exactly what it is because it would be unfair. Where is it? There's a cracking one in here. I'll just make it up if I can't find it quickly. It was Jillian1294@hotmail.com. Great, Jillian, you know, real professional business, really inspiring people to want to email you and do business. You know, Katie's Parlour at Yahoo Mail, free. That you get, you know, with a disc that you bought in the day. Again, it's all about professionalism. It's about thinking, yes, take advantage of printed material, but do it in a good way. Promote yourself. Do it in a way which shows that you understand today's world.